I tutored at a college, then worked at a company charging each of the customers a lot of money to increase their focus, productivity for any goal of theirs. And TikTokers try to do the same thing, but each method are of varying quality. So today we're tier listing every form of advice and explaining why it's good or why it's bad. Pomodoro is very popular in the academic field, but it also suffers from the goody two-shoes and the random need to follow arbitrary rules.
In case you need a recap of what the Pomodoro method is, it's 25 minutes of work followed by 5 minutes of break, then repeat.
Pomodoro is usually work 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break, and this is bad information because the work is pointless and utilizing breaks is the secret to decreasing burnout, increasing quality of work, and speed to complete a task. The problem is that students, adults, a lot of people do not know how to take breaks because they're fucking lazy and their main incentive is to run away from the work. It gets hard. I need a mental break. There is no intention. This leads 5 minutes always extending to 30 and everything derailing because your list of priorities is not consistent. Breaks are not an escape from work. It is a tool to work more, faster, better. And once you realize that, Pomodoro is useless. A tier. I lied. B tier. Because 25 minutes is not enough for me. It is not enough for you. And this is based on science. The circadian rhythm is 90 minutes. And equally, the ultradian rhythm, which is based on our biological internal clock, is also 90 minutes of focus that we can expend before productivity tapers off. So you insert a break. But everyone is working the TikTok attention span length of work, preventing them from entering the flow and utilizing deep work. I get it. If you aren't skilled enough to focus for 90 minutes, start at 25 and gradually adjust until you're at 90 minutes, taking a break at 1/5 of the time you worked. B tier. TikTok doesn't tell you this shit. The scribble method. D tier. The reason why this is even popular is because everybody is obsessed with aesthetics and looking cool. Fuck this trend. The only reason why it's not at F tier is because it works, but it's extremely impractical. Let's say you're here learning mathematics, you're learning specific equations and you're scribbling. You have created the association that these scribbles are linked towards the math problem. So when it's time to take a test, you start scribbling and that link from your previous time studying is connected. So it's easier to retain and recall the information. The problem is you can easily do this with just gum. And I guarantee you the reason why people choose to scribble is because it looks cool. Maybe after a test, someone walks up to me and strikes up a conversation. But again, pop in a flavor of gum, maybe winter ice cold, and boom, you have a flavor for each subject and you pop some gum and you easily retain and recall the information during a test. D tier. Buy my product. This is the biggest trap in every field of self-improvement, not just academics, because people prey on insecurities and again, create these arbitrary rules as if you need one specific product, one specific method to actually succeed. Content creators, salespeople will tell you, don't do this, don't do that, don't study last minute. These are my exam grades for my SQL STEM coding class with a 1.8 rating on Rate My Professor, and I am on average 3 letter grades better than everyone else while studying 1 hour right before class. And this is not because I am wildly intelligent, but because I've constantly stacked skills to learning and retaining information. The problem is that nobody wants to seek it out and people just blindly wish and hope that, okay, I'll study last minute and hopefully everything goes out fine. That's not how you attack life. And fun fact, GPA has a direct correlation to how much money you make. Causation does not mean correlation. And there's a lot of ways to interpret this fact, but how I see things is that you have 2 types of college dropouts. The Mark Zuckerbergs who dropped out of Harvard while also knowing and having the skills to maintain good grades and perform academically. Or the person that has always struggled through high school and sees very little progression. They see very little hope in them in a later, deeper academic field and gives up and copes and lies to themselves that they have a different form of intelligence No, nothing is related to intelligence. Everything is related to skills. And if you're not able to learn the skill of retaining and learning information, you will fail in every aspect of life. If you want to become proud of your life, achievements you plan to accomplish, watch all my previous videos, my second channel, subscribe, like,